about somebody that has a lot of concerns. They may be pacing back and forth or struggling to voice their opinions or make a decision. We've got judgment in the reverse. It's like I've taken the wrong step. It's like if you're putting together IKEA furniture and you miss an important step, you can't just like add it all of a sudden, at least in a lot of cases. You have to undo some of what you've done to do it the correct way. This is someone realizing that there's like multiple failures or multiple problems that have happened as a result of something they chose to do or chose not to do. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chanting. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. This has brightened my day. The Dr. Pepper sweatshirt that I randomly found this morning. So those of you that know my channel well know that that's usually what I'm drinking. Not right now, sadly, but I'm not getting paid for that either, by the way. Hello, Admiring Penguin. How you doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. And I've got an update for the stars and towers later. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. Hello, Dana. Hello, Matt. I did. All right, let's dive in with, what did this person do? We'll go with what's the news. Why is this person freaking out? Brick wall, defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach. Lift off, fast action, progression forward, the wait is over, and paranoid. So something was moving too quickly. This is like if someone expressed interest in a long-term relationship maybe too quickly, and somebody felt like that was a red flag or saw some warning signs. But this is clarifying that we have somebody who's paranoid. So perhaps an overcorrection or an overreaction to what they thought was problematic. Hello, Juliet. How you doing? Hello, Yusuf. What's going on? Hello, Rai. I hope you're having a good day. We've got wine and dine and extra. So I do feel like this is in the context of a dating situation. We have the wine and dine card, which talks about courtship, consistently dating, romance, and passion. So there's someone here who lost their temper, or someone who went a little bit too far. This is, I mean, for some of you, this is like, I know we've only been dating for 3 weeks, but I've got a ring already. Or, hey, you talked to that friend of yours and I thought it was inappropriate, so I'm going to break up with you. There's some like unequal, like an overreaction, right? They didn't maybe stop to check what was going on or ask questions, just kind of responded. This could be partly because someone was not sober, or it could be because there is an event or some drinking that happened during this. There's something that I think kind of triggered this person, and maybe they were expecting behavior like someone from their past. Maybe they just struggle to trust. Hello, Sosa. How are you doing? That's kind of strange, so I'm going to remove that. Hello, Tristan. How are you doing? Hello, Eden. Hello, Gray. How's it going? For Tristan, I usually do personal questions at about 30 minutes in, and with priority to those who tip or donate. But I do also like to do some freebies now and then. We've got graduation day. So this feels to me like it was an important event. It doesn't have to actually be someone's graduation day, but it could have been a celebration for getting a promotion. It could have been, you're moving into your new place. There was something important here that should have been special that was not, or that was kind of ruined by an argument, right? All right, this is the Gold Foil Tarot. Hello, Daniel. How are you doing? Hello, Jordan. Thank you, 07. I do actually have a second channel. If you look in the description box, you'll find Curious Carmen ASMR. And it's just me reading some of my favorite literature and some poetry as well with Emily Dickinson. And it's not monetized, so there's no ads, which is kind of part of the reason why I haven't really been contributing to it. I like that if it's ASMR that there are no ads on it, you know? Hello, Alex. How are you doing? Hello, James. Hello, Thomas. How's your day? We have the Five of Cups. Wow, and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's 78 cards in a tarot deck. I've pulled 2, and they're both 5s. The probability on that is probably real low. If I had to guess, I would think under 1%. But this is indicative of change. Something changed the routine, and this person didn't like that. This is like, all of a sudden, now I've decided I don't want to be around you, or what you're doing is irritating. The way that you smack your lips, or the way that you hum when you're folding laundry. It's like everything starts to get to this person. But maybe because they're struggling with that dynamic. We have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like someone who's not ready to give. Hello, Taylor. How are you doing? Maybe. Who knows? Hello, James. That's a pretty long question, or answer, I should say. It takes a while. Hello, Jess. How are you doing? Hello, West Coast. Thank you. It kind of made my day, actually. So we've got Temperance in the reverse. This is potentially connected to that idea that someone may have been not sober, or perhaps even more aggravated by something. Five of Wands in the reverse. This is something that was internal. It's them, and they're taking it out on someone. So having a real bad day because their best friend canceled on them, so they yell at their kid, or at their coworker, or at their spouse, right? This is somebody who is dealing with something inside, and because of an additional external circumstance, such as drinking, or perhaps being irritated with family members, something like that, right? This person lashed out. Uh-oh. I gotta watch you. I remember last time you were trouble. Hello, guy 278. Are we on our best behavior today? That's funny. Hello, Milo. How are you doing? Happy birthday. That doesn't mean you don't see them. Hello, Aniket. How are you doing? Yes. I would say very much so, James. Like, I don't even second guess it. This is fulfilling. I do feel like there are people that, you know, sometimes just need to know that there are others going through similar things or others that believe in them. So try to make sure that it's a very positive vibe in the live chat. Jess helps a lot with that. Yeah. All right, so this person with justice in the reverse being kind of tied to that judgment in the reverse, this is like, oops, did I do that? Was that Urkel? I think it was Urkel. I think I did something that I shouldn't have. I think I overreacted. I think I said something I probably could have thought a little bit more about, right? Hello, April. How are you doing? I agree with the no beating yourself up. Hello, Schroeder. Thank you for the confirmation. Sometimes you just quote things and it takes a second to actually like remember where it's from. Hello, Mary. How are you doing? I don't know what I really don't see it. All right. 7 of Wands, another 5. So in other words, we've got all the 5s here, except for the Hierophant, which is the major arcana 5. So we have 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. And I've pulled 9 cards. Impressive. Very impressive. 5 is about change. I'm very set in my ways. I don't want things to be different. Something isn't right, so I'm gonna freak out. Maybe they really didn't like going to this event. I don't know if it was like a kid's birthday or, you know, someone in the family getting married, but this seems to be a catalyst here. The environment or the other people they're dealing with, or perhaps the intoxication. It's like it makes it easy for them to get into that combative energy. All right, this is the Tarot of the Nile. Hello, Lucky. Manning, what we here for? Maybe it's what you're here for, but there's probably like a better app for that. Hello, I mean, how are you doing? Hello, Jonathan. How's your day? Yes. Depends on the interpretation, right? Hello, Holly. Hello, J Mark. Wow, we have another 2 cups in the reverse. This person breaks up, blocks, or like throws down the gauntlet. Troubled waters, 6 swords in the reverse. This is like things get worse or things escalate. You know, initially I thought I was just irritated, but now I'm questioning if I want to, you know, continue, right? I was kind of hoping you were saying that I'm genuine, James. I don't think absolutisms are very good, right? There's exceptions to every rule. I do think there are plenty of people that are just there to become famous or make money. I think it's a good way to leave things better than you find them, right? Yeah, that's a good question. Hello, Weeze. How you doing? It's true. It's true. We've got the High Priestess. So another 2. Interesting. Yeah. This is someone who I think is very pensive, trying to figure out what's going on because there's someone who seems to be upset. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Could be about money, could be about someone they thought they could rely on. Hierophant, there's that other 5. Different deck, granted. Interesting, though. Okay, so this feels like 2 very wise people who are looking in different directions. One person looks for the good, one person looks for the negative. So the one who looks for the negative is obviously the one who's been a little bit paranoid. It's like, no, I don't want things to get serious. I'm not comfortable with all of this. I feel antsy or just like frustrated that you're here, frustrated that you're asking me to go to your family event or to your graduation, whatever this is, right? So I think they kind of like intentionally started this fight or a breakup, you know? Hey Esther, you're welcome to hang out and figure it out. If it's not your thing, no big deal. Hope you have a good day. Hello Douglas, how are you doing? That's fair, James. Hello Holland, how are you doing? We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. And the Death card. I think this is insecurity that gets to somebody and they decide to end things or start this problem. And now they're not sure what to do. Now there's this restless energy. We have the Chariot following the Knight of Wands in the reverse. It's like, okay, I got to do something, don't I? What do I do? If I already started this argument, if, you know, I said some things, now can I actually salvage it? Yeah. I'm glad you got it. We've got the Morgan Greer, Knight of Wands in the reverse with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this is somebody who feels like what they, how do I explain this? What they were investing in, they rushed into. This is like, I'm second guessing everything. I think I need to pull back and reconsider letting anybody in. Maybe I don't want all of this responsibility. This could be someone who's saying, you know, I don't want to date somebody who has so many family obligations, whether it's children or, you know, helping out with a sibling, whatever it is. This person's irritated by the environment element. Chariot in the reverse and the Hermit. The Hermit is the other individual. They feel like this is the end of the road. But the person who started the fight now is like, wait, what's going on? What do you mean? It was just a fight. Like, we can figure this out, right? It doesn't have to actually be over. And the Hermit's like, but you're the one who, like, broke up with me. You're the one who said you didn't want me in your life. You're the one who said this is not your thing, you know? All right. We're going to get a few from Oops. The Energy Oracle. Hello, Creed. I hope your day gets better. Storm warning. Yep. So this hermit is thinking, okay, if it's extra stormy here, if you don't, see yourself wanting to be in this relationship, if you want, things to be done, then I will respect that. I feel like the hermit is quick to pivot. Saying, I'm just going to take some time. Excuse me, to myself. I'm allergic to you, so I got to get away. Hello. Is it Ladan? Thank you, Jess. And this other person seems to be content to stay where they are to themselves. The other one might be a little bit more adventurous, this hermit individual. I don't know. This seems like a lot of emotional unrest here. This is the Kipper. What else do we have? Hello, How are you doing? It's true. We've got the Community and Change. Yeah, I think this is someone who decides, I don't want to be around your people, so I'm leaving or I'm ending our connection. It feels like either the friends or the family really got in the way. Like, I don't want to deal with how you have dinner every Sunday together or vacation for every major holiday. Like, maybe you can afford it, but I can't. Or maybe you feel like you always get to make the decisions and I don't have any say. We've got some frustration here that boils over. It's an overreaction or someone who doesn't really want to talk about the other things that are going on. We have the main female and concern. Yeah. Feeling like I need some time to think about things. Figure out whether or not. I think this is someone trying to sort out their feelings. What am I upset about? What do I need to fix? What do I need to talk about? But if you're going to overreact or if you're going to make it a big deal, something that is important to me, then maybe there is no way to navigate this connection, right? It seems like the hermit's just kind of like, okay. So I did a weird combo of scents for one of the candles, and this is not a good representation because I literally dropped this one on the ground. Can you see how it's kind of wonky? I know you can't smell it, but it's vanilla coffee leather. So many jokes, so little time, but it smells amazing. I'm just gonna let you know that. Hello, Ruth. How are you doing? Ooh, we gotta do English, please, because I don't know what you're saying. If you're able to translate it to English first, you're welcome to repeat. Hello, is it Anissa? How are you doing? All right, we've got the Caballo de Espadas, the Knight of Swords, the King of Cups in the reverse. Wow. Okay, so this is somebody who took a difficult situation and made it about themselves. They may have played victim. They may have been accusing you of things that you didn't do or say. They might have been saying you chose your family over me or you chose your best friend over me. But they overreacted. Seven of Swords. They lied about what you said. You know. I think they were twisting your words or trying to make you look like you were a problem. And you're like, miss me with that. Seven of Wands. King of Wands. I think you're looking at this and thinking, okay, so do I want to deal with the workload if I want to address this? Do I want to deal with, explaining my perspective? Is this person going to double down on what they said, or should I just keep it moving? Five of Pentacles, Eight of Cups in the reverse. Should I stay or should I go now? Five of Pentacles, should we be no contact? Should I just be done with this? Or Eight of Cups in the reverse, should we try? Hey, Egyptian Empress, how you doing? What else? This is the Spanish tarot. I don't think I mentioned that. And I got a new little rock for it. I don't know what it is, but it's cool looking. It's shiny in part of it and not in others. We got the King of Gold, which is the King of Pentacles. Six of Wands. It's quiet. I got what I wanted. I told you to leave, or I told you I didn't want to talk to your family, or I don't have to go on that trip now. I don't have to, participate in that wedding. It was all a zoo. I got what I wanted. Why does it not make them happy? Nine of Swords. If they wanted to travel elsewhere, they get to do that. If they didn't want to go on a trip, they don't have to go. They got what they wanted, Six of Wands, but it isn't what they wanted. It's causing them this Nine of Swords. It's like, oops. Did I push you too far away? Did you not know that I wanted you to come back around and beg me? Oops. Yeah, I mean, that's an important situation. You deserve support for that. We have the Moon. Someone who hides. Someone who is a brick wall, right? That was the card that came out at the beginning. The Lovers in the reverse. So they're faced with the realization that if they act the way that they have, then they might feel lonely, or they might not be as pleased with the outcome as they thought they were going to be. Now it's like, I regret that. Now, I don't know. Now I feel like I don't have a play. If I told you to leave, or if I told you I was done and I was hoping you would come back and you don't, if you take me at my word and feel like that means we're really not ever going to be together, now I'm upset. I wanted you to tell me something else. I wanted you to give me my way without the relationship ending. It's like regretting an ultimatum, right? Oopsies. You weren't supposed to do that. You were supposed to choose me. You were supposed to give me my way. So they're frustrated or confused. This is the Poe Tarot. No regrets. Hold on. Dana, I did see that. I gotta make sure I write this down. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry, guys. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Where is you? Oh, dang it. Did I miss it? Oh, there it is. Ah, okay. Absolutely, Dana, I got you. And thank you. Oops, I'm still at the current chat. Hold on. There we go. Hello, Monet. How are you doing? Hello, Richard. Three of Quills. Heartbreak. Three of Quills is the Three of Swords. But the void within my heart refused, even thus, to be filled. I longed for the love which had before filled it to overflowing. So I pushed away this person because I overreacted, because I didn't like dealing with their family stuff, or I didn't, want to be expected of, I didn't want all these expectations, right? They kind of freaked out, right? Now we have the moon coming through again. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams. This hermit, their reaction to this is, well, that blows, but, this too shall pass kind of thing. The confidence is in something else will happen or some good news will come in. And I think they're right. Like if this wasn't meant to be, then maybe it's rejection is protection and something else is out there for me. And we have this Page of Candles or Page of Wands. If I can only get a good look at them, I can soon tell who they are. I think there's a new person who's going to introduce themselves to you right as this King of Cups in the reverse has pushed you away, and they may soon regret what they've done. But let's see. This is the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot, since it's a theme. Hello, Barty. How are you doing? Hello, Joel. How are you doing? The High Priestess, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles. So now I'm surrounded by the things that I used to do before. Now it's quieter. Now I don't have to deal with your friends, or now I don't have to deal with your kids, or now I don't have to deal with your, bird. I freaked out over something, and now it's no longer a part of my life, but it's not what I want. I'm still not happy. Hello, Arvid. How are you doing? Hello, is it Deidre? How are you doing? Or Deirdre? I've heard that as well. Hello, Barry. So we have the World in the reverse and the Star in the reverse. There's echoes of this person kind of haunting the King of Cups in the reverse. Remember, the King of Cups doesn't have to be a man. The Hermit doesn't have to be a man. The King of Swords was the other energy for the King of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who could be very invested in the truth, but they could be a bit naive or myopic. Is that the right word? Sometimes they may overestimate their ability to have the right read on the situation. They might think they're smarter than they are. And it's always better to assume you're slightly less smart than you are than to assume that you're smarter than you are. Like, not trying to underestimate anyone's value or worth here. I think you're all brilliant, okay? Here's the problem. There are too many times where people could avoid a basic problem by just admitting that maybe they're wrong. And this is one of those things that started off being an issue and then it got to be a bigger issue. We have the Page of Cups. I think this person's contemplating whether or not they did enough to resolve the situation. Maybe I need to actually show up for this person. Maybe I need to do something to express how I feel in a more obvious way. They're racking their brain. Like, what do I do? Maybe this person's lost interest now. Hello, Towers. How are you doing? We've got the Sun. King of Cups in the reverse. Realization or an understanding is hitting this King of Cups now that the Queen of Cups is not there. Now that the Hermit is not there. This person that they blamed or said, you know, like, you're making it hard for me to write my novel, or I don't want to go to your kid's birthday party. That's when I'm supposed to have my poker night. There's something here that they wanted to adjust the expectations but not lose the relationship, and now they've pushed so far that I don't think they're going to get this person back. Knight of Cups. Four of Cups. Sitting in a therapist's office, talking about what they could do, what they should do with this kind of a compassionate energy in mind. So how can I show this person loving energy after I was cold? How can I make this right? Because right now they're okay with walking away and I want them back. There's like 80,000 different songs they could play on a boombox below their window. Sorry, 80s movie reference. If you get it, you get it. Hello, Steven. Hello, Trayun. How are you doing? Hello, LCU. I hope you're having a good day. I feel like you told me your real name, but I'm not going to guess. Sorry. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. This is the Hidden Truth Oracle. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. I left when I saw you with someone. See, I think this person realizes that the Hermit took them seriously. And now the King of Cups is wondering, if I pushed you away and someone else was interested in you, does that mean that now I have like zero chance to reconcile? I'm becoming a better person. I wish things could be different, and I replay our conversations over and over again. I do think that they're realizing it was not the right way to handle things, but I don't know. They played some games, and sometimes when you play games, you lose, right? You don't always win when you play games. All right, we're going to move to the personal questions. Thanks, Gimme. How you doing? Hello, Leah. Oh, I'm sorry you're dealing with that. I hope your day gets better. All right, so for Dana, we've got, what is Bond discussing with his friends regarding Dana? What are they saying? Queen of Rods or the Queen of Wands? Two of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. So you're the Queen of Wands, and it looks like Bond is discussing or kind of like loosely looking for advice regarding things being challenging between the two of you. With the Six of Pentacles, this is like someone who's wondering what to do better. Page of Wands, Magician. I like this. I think he's gotten some good advice on how to have a fresh start or like a clean slate, or how to address the things that have fallen short or been frustrating for you. Hello, Sandy. How are you doing? Ten of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I think this is asking for advice or at least getting it. Maybe he didn't ask for it. Maybe he talked about it and someone was like, look, here's what you need to do, bro. let's talk about this for a minute. Like, you have the ability. The Magician is about your ability to take action, the resources that you have available, the skills that you have, right? It can also mean manipulative, but I'm not picking up on that right now. This is someone who's saying, if you want stability, if you want things to be good, then here's what you need to do. So I think he's gotten some good advice, which I rather like for you. So good. All right, I'm getting hungry. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and thank you